Hello and welcome to the classroom. Hi, Sue. So today our letter of the day is U, and U is for growing up. Once you were a baby, but look at you now. You can learn your letters and you can write them, and you're learning so many math skills, and you do arts and crafts every day with us. You are growing up. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to read a book about Peppa Pig called When I Grow Up. We're going to make a picture frame to put your baby picture in. We're also going to do some sequencing in math. Whew, it's going to be a really fun time. So why don't we get started right away? Sue, you can have a seat and we will feed Fred. That's our class job. Here you go, Fred. Okay, now let's turn around and let's do our calendar time. The month is October. How will we count today? Up, by putting our arms up. U is for up. Are you ready to count and lift your arms up? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Today is October 18th. Do you want to say today's date? October 18th. If you want to know what day of the week it is, go up to the top. You can see that it starts with a W and it's right in the middle. What day is it today? It's Wednesday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, it's time to look outside the window and see what your weather is like for today. Did you check? Do you know if your weather is sunny or cloudy or windy or rainy? When I do like this with my microphone, you can just shout it out. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Let's dress Weather Bear. We're going to put on some pants for Weather Bear today and a t-shirt. And what is the season? The season is fall. Well, that was our calendar and weather time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter U. Do you have a letter U in your name? If your name has letter U, stand up. If your name has letter U, stand up. If your name has letter U, if your name has letter U, if your name has letter U, stand up. Well, today U is for up, growing up, and I made some up arrows to decorate my letter U. I used different colored up arrows. Let me show you how to make an arrow right now. So all you have to do is make a line, and then at the top of that line, make an upside down letter V. And that's how you make an up arrow. A line and an upside down letter V. So what letter is this? It's letter U. And now that we can recognize it, we'll practice writing it. To me, the big letter U looks like a big happy smile. Start at the top, go down and curve around, and back up to the top, like a big happy smile. Let's practice our big letter U's. Start at the top, then go down and curve around, and back up to the top. Down and curve around and back. Down and curve around and back. Down, curve around, and back. Well, that's the big letter U. And now let me show you the little letter U. It's almost the same, but when you get to the top, you're going to come straight back down. Let's practice making a little letter U. Down and curve around and up, and then straight back down. The little letter U is going to go downstairs on our handwriting paper. Down and curve around and up and straight back down. Down, curve around, up and down. Down, curve around, up and down. That's the little letter U. I want to cheer for you because I know you are doing a great job listening and learning and practicing your letters. Here's a sticker for your handwriting paper today. Well, now we know what letter U looks like. We know how to write it. So next we're going to talk about the sound that it makes. Letter U is one of those special letters that we call the vowels. There are 5 of them. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Why are those 5 letters so special? Because every word must have one. If it doesn't have a vowel, then it's not a real word. In English, every word has at least one vowel. So we're going to see a lot of vowels when we start to read. We work really hard to learn their sounds. And we also get a visit from one of the vowel people when we learn about a vowel. This is my friend U. He doesn't look so good, does he? He has a tummy ache. He ate too many sweet treats. He ate ice cream. He ate cupcakes. He ate cake and donuts and candy. And now he has a tummy ache and he says, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." Can you put your hand on your tummy and say, "Ugh, ugh, ugh"? My friend U has a tummy ache. He says, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." So that's the sound that letter U makes. And starting tomorrow, we'll be blending with all the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. And what does U say? Uh, like my friend U with a tummy ache. Well, that was our letter of the day time, and now it's time for math. For math today, we're going to be sequencing. Sequencing just means putting something in order from the first to the last. We're going to sequence how we grow. Now, if you're using the lesson plan, and the link is below for that, you'll see that there are 2 sheets to choose from. There's a sheet for girls and there's a sheet for boys. So pick the one that you want to choose or that you want to use, and then we'll sequence. Sequence means we're going to put these things in order. How do we grow from the first to the last? Okay, so what's the first thing? Which one of these pictures is the first thing that shows what we look like when we're very, very small? This one, the baby. The baby is first. First, you were a baby. So we're going to put the baby picture right there. Okay, which was next? Can you point on the screen and show me? Very good. This one is a toddler. Look at the toddler. She's crawling. The baby couldn't crawl, but the toddler can. The baby's growing up and now is a toddler. Which picture is next? Very good. The girl. The baby grew to be a toddler and now a girl. She's a child. Which picture comes next? The woman. This one is next. So baby, toddler, child, and now woman. And which is last? This one. This is an older woman. So this is how we grow if we're girls. Okay, let's do the one for boys too. If you're a boy, you can sequence this one. Which picture is first? The baby. First you were a baby. Then what's next? The toddler. Very good. And then what's next? The child. There's a little boy, a child. And now what's next? The man. The man comes next. And finally, the older man. Very, very good. When you are an older man or an older woman, your hair turns gray. And I have some pictures of some older women and men, and their hair is gray. And gray is our color for this week. G-R-A-Y spells gray. G-R-A-Y spells gray. Hi-ho, did you know? G-R-A-Y spells gray. Well, it's time for us to do our shape of the week. And we've been working on the octagon. An octagon has 8 sides. Yesterday we looked at pictures of octagons in real life, like a stop sign, or we saw a window or a swimming pool that was shaped like an octagon. An octagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Oscar Octagon is my name. The shape of a stop sign is the same. My 8 sides are fun to count. How about we try them out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octagon. Okay, well, it's time. Usually we do science or social studies right now. So we're going to do social studies today. We're going to talk about growing up. So long ago, you were a baby. So you could maybe today get out some baby pictures and look at yourself when you were just a little baby. I'll show you what I looked like when I was a baby. This is what Miss Kathy looked like when I was just a little baby. And then I grew bigger. Let me show you a picture of what I looked like when I was just a little bit bigger, probably your age. There it is. There I am with a cake, and it was my birthday. And that's a cake that looks like a bunny rabbit that my mother made. Well, now I've grown up even more. When I was little, I always wanted to be a teacher. And look at me now, I am a teacher. What about you? What do you want to be when you grow up? Wow, those are some really great jobs. Well, I hope that you all get to be some wonderful things, some helpful, kind things when you grow up, like a police officer or a teacher or a nurse, an astronaut. You could be anything that you want to be and that God wants you to be in your life. Well, we're going to go over to the art table and we're going to make a picture frame to put our baby picture in. So come on, everybody, let's head to the art table. Okay, so here we are at the art table and we are making a picture frame today. Let me show you how to do it. I just glued 4 popsicle sticks together and then I decorated it with some markers or some beads or pom-poms. And now I'll put my baby picture or my childhood picture in there. There you have it. So we made a picture frame today for your baby picture. Today for story time, we're going to read a book called When I Grow Up. Today in school, Madame Gazelle asked the children what they would like to be when they grow up. She has a basket full of fun hats for them to choose from. The children are so excited to dress up. They run to the basket and each grab their items. Madame Gazelle, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, Peppa says. Don't worry, Peppa. You have plenty of time to think about it, Madame Gazelle replies. You can use the costumes to help you decide. Rebecca Rabbit knows what she wants to be when she grows up. She wants to be a queen. Queens get to wear crowns and tell others what to do. Emily Elephant wants to be a teacher. Wonderful, says Madame Gazelle. Teachers are very important. What is it about being a teacher that you like the most, Emily? Teachers get to be in charge, Emily replies. I see, says Madame Gazelle. I want to be a police officer when I grow up, says Freddie Fox. The police drive cars with flashing lights and sirens. Me too, says Wendy Wolf. She is dressed as a sheriff. A sheriff is a kind of police officer who is in charge of all the other police officers. Thank you, Freddie and Wendy. What else do you like about being a police officer? Asked Madame Gazelle. They tell others what to do, reply Freddie and Wendy. Next it was Susie Sheep's turn to share. I would like to be a doctor or a nurse, says Susie Sheep. How lovely! Why do you think you would like that job, Susie? Asked Madame Gazelle. Because they help someone who is sick to get better, and they tell others what to do, Susie Sheep says. Madame Gazelle explains to her students that jobs are about more than being in charge. Some jobs, like a doctor or a teacher, are about helping others. Some jobs are about creating something new, like a builder or an artist. Pedro Pony wants to be a superhero. Being a superhero is a very important job, Madame Gazelle says. You have to run faster than a train, jump tall buildings, and I don't know if I want to do all those superhero things. On the way home from school, Peppa tells Mommy Pig about her day. So tell me, what did you learn today? Mommy Pig asks. Madame Gazelle asked us what we want to be when we grow up, says Peppa. That sounds nice, says Mommy Pig. Not really, Mommy. Everybody knows what they want to be, but I don't. George, do you know what you want to be when you grow up? Mommy Pig asks. Dinosaur, George cheers. You see, Peppa says. Don't worry, Peppa. You have plenty of time to decide what you want to be, Mommy Pig replies. What do you do, Mommy? asks Peppa. I work on my computer, Mommy Pig answers. Do you tell others what to do? Peppa asks. No, I don't, replies Mommy Pig. Soon Daddy Pig comes home from work. What's your job, Daddy? asks Peppa. I could tell you, Peppa, but I think you'd find it a bit boring, replies Daddy Pig. I wouldn't, Daddy. Please tell me, please, says Peppa. Snort. Well, Peppa, I work in a big office and help plan big important buildings, Daddy Pig explains, and I get to carry a briefcase and wear a suit. Do you like your job, Daddy? Peppa asks. I like it, but not everyone would, Daddy Pig explains. Everyone is different, Peppa. That night, Peppa is still thinking. What can I do when I grow up? asks Peppa. Think of something you like doing all the time, says Daddy Pig. I like jumping up and down in muddy puddles, Peppa says. Well, Peppa, there aren't many jobs with puddle jumping, Daddy Pig explains. But I'm very good at puddle jumping, Peppa says. Yes, I suppose you are, Daddy Pig agrees. When I grow up, I will show everyone in the world how to jump in muddy puddles. That sounds like a very good idea, says Daddy Pig as he shuts off the light. Soon, Peppa and George fall asleep to sweet dreams about dinosaurs and puddle jumping and what they want to be when they grow up. The end. Well, today letter U was for up and we talked about growing up. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for letter V and for more learning fun. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.